Welcome to part 2 of our countdown of the best unknown disaster films. This time, we've uncovered even more hidden gems that depict cataclysmic events in gripping, heart-pounding ways. Get ready to witness chaos, survival, and ultimate destruction. Number 10. A Breath Away. When Paris is enveloped by a mysterious deadly gas, the city descends into chaos, and its streets turn into desolate tombs. At the center of this catastrophe is Mathieu, a determined father who must find a way to save his gravely ill daughter, trapped in a sealed capsule that ensures her survival. Mathieu and his wife Anna, constantly balancing on the edge of life and death, must face the passage of time as dense fumes invade their apartment. The way to the roof, where the air is still clear, is their only hope, but every step toward freedom carries enormous risks. In this terrifying struggle for life, the family faces not only external threats, but also their own weaknesses as the world around them slowly dies. Number 9. The Unthinkable. Sweden is unexpectedly attacked by mysterious forces, and the country is plunged into chaos as people begin to fight for survival. Alex, a talented pianist who has escaped dark memories and complicated relationships, is forced to return to his hometown as the attacks escalate. Old wounds reopen, and meeting Anna, the love of his youth, only intensifies the feeling. Their feelings are put to the test in the face of unimaginable danger. Cities burn, people lose control, and the chaos continues unabated. In the midst of all this, Alex discovers that someone he thought was an enemy may be the only person who can help him survive. The catastrophe is gaining momentum, and the mystery surrounding the aggressors is becoming more and more frightening, revealing a grim truth that could destroy everything Alex has known so far. Number 8. No Escapes. The film No Escapes is a suspenseful story about firefighters who face the destructive force of fire in the Russian taiga. The team is headed by Andrei, an experienced commander who has faced the elements more than once. This time, however, the fire is more unpredictable, and the situation quickly spirals out of control. The rescue mission, which was supposed to be a routine task, turns into a desperate struggle for the lives of the people trapped in the flames. With each passing day, Andrei and his team face increasingly difficult decisions, knowing that not only their courage, but also the lives of the residents of the endangered area depend on their every move. Number 7. Metro. In the claustrophobic tunnels beneath Moscow, an ordinary commute turns into a nightmare when river waters begin to flood the subway system. Desperation quickly spreads among passengers trapped in the darkness. Pursued by the merciless waves, a group of strangers must join forces to find a way to rescue themselves. But it's not just the wall of water that threatens their lives. The passengers' internal conflicts and hidden motivations are slowly destroying their chances of survival. One of the protagonists, Andrei, is fighting for not only his life, but also that of his daughter, whose future hangs in the balance. As the light fades and the water rises, the line between humanity and terrifying savagery fades. Fear, water, and death lurk around every corner, and hope slowly sinks into darkness. Number 6. Bait. The supermarket is suddenly flooded by a powerful tsunami, turning into a death trap for the survivors. The water rushes in, and with it a deadly threat, sharks that prey on anything that moves. Josh, struggling with a past in which he lost his beloved, finds himself at the center of a nightmare. His inner pain is nothing compared to the horror of the predator lurking in the water. The survivors, including the former thief and his former accomplice, are forced to fight for survival, though they can't all trust each other. Every move could be their last, and the claustrophobic space of the closed store only adds to the mounting tension. Number 5. Emergency Declaration. In 2021's Emergency Declaration, passengers on a flight that was supposed to be a routine flight witness a terrifying chaos on board. Shortly after takeoff, something begins to go wrong. Captain Park, an experienced pilot with years of service, tries to keep his cool, but when a deadly epidemic breaks out on board and passengers begin to die in terrible agony, control of the situation begins to slip out of his hands. Kim Hee-jin, a young flight attendant, becomes the last hope for the terrified passengers. Trying to control the growing panic, she is forced to fight a growing threat, the source of which no one can explain. Is it a terrorist attack or something much worse? With each passing minute, the plane becomes a flying trap, and the passengers must face something far more terrifying than the prospect of a plane crash. Number 4. Tidal Wave. Kim Ha-young-sik, a seasoned rescuer, is suddenly overwhelmed by a massive tsunami that decimates his city. For the first time, he begins to question his ability to save anyone, including himself. Alongside him is Yoo-jin, his ex-wife, with whom he shares a strained past. Though separated for years, they must now cooperate to survive the catastrophic flooding in a shopping mall. As personal conflicts fade, the rising water and mounting tension bring their unresolved issues to the surface. They are soon joined by Jimin, a young girl desperately seeking her mother, and together they face increasingly dire choices. With the water rising and hidden secrets emerging, their fight for survival turns into an intense nightmare where every moment threatens to be their last. Number 3. Skyfire. A volcanic paradise turns into a true hell when the eruption of a slumbering giant unleashes the power of destruction. Skyfire is a story that focuses on a young geologist, Xiao Meng, plagued by childhood trauma when her mother was killed in a previous volcanic eruption. Now, years later, she is working on an advanced warning system on a tropical island that is being turned into a luxury tourist resort by greedy entrepreneur Jack Harris. Ignoring Xiao Meng's warnings, Harris opens the resort to tourists, and nature responds with its wrath. The island begins to burn, and the volcanic eruption spares no one. Xiao Meng must not only save herself, but also her loved ones and hundreds of tourists, fighting an inferno that wants to consume everything. Lava, ash, and the merciless force of nature are enemies from which there is no escape. Number 2. Into the Storm. Powerful storms raging over a small American town turn into something much more dangerous when a series of tornadoes with destructive power begin to engulf everything in their path. The main character, school principal Gary, tries to bring the chaos under control while trying to rescue his son Donnie, who is stranded in a dangerous place during the wave of destruction. A group of storm hunters led by the charismatic and fearless Pete desperately search for suitable shots of the disaster, ignoring how close death looms around them. The city gradually turns into ruins, and the elements seem almost alive, pursuing people as if they have a dark purpose. Number 1. Only the Brave. In the midst of a blazing inferno, the Granite Mountain Hotshots, an elite team of firefighters, confront nature's most terrifying force, a wildfire that seems unstoppable. Led by their commander, Eric Marsh, they know their mission isn't just to battle the flames, but also to survive where a single mistake could mean death. Each man carries his own burdens. Brendan McDonough, a rookie firefighter, seeks redemption and escape from his troubled past, while the rest of the team faces the brutal reality that they may never see their families again. As the fire grows more deadly, their loyalty and courage are pushed to the breaking point. But in the heart of this fiery storm, even the strongest may fall, leaving only the legacy of their heroism and sacrifice. That wraps up part 2 of our top 10 unknown disaster films. If you enjoyed this list, be sure to check out part 1 for even more explosive thrills. Stay tuned for more hidden cinematic disasters coming your way.